In December 2021, India saw sales of over 51,000 only in EV vehicles, and that's 240% more than what was in 2022. It's great to see that the Indian consumers have already started adapting towards the EV revolution, and that's the reason why it's very important to understand who are the leading automotive brands in the EV segment in India. Now in this episode, we'll talk about the brands or manufacturers who are focusing on four-wheel EVs. And बाइक वालों बुरा मत मानो यार, मेरे लिए बाइक भी बहुत important है, मगर आपके लिए एक dedicated episode रहेगा only about EV bikes. In this episode, we'll only talk about the car manufacturers. Let's start off this segment by talking about the best-selling car in the EV segment, which is the Tata Nexon EV. When the Tata Nexon, the ICE, was launched in 2017, it took the market by storm. The design language of this car was very different from what Tata had ever done before, and even after 5 years being in the market, the car still looks fresh out of the oven. The looks are just ever growing. It was a good strategic decision by Tata to convert the Tata Nexon into a Nexon EV. 2020 was the year when the Nexon EV was introduced, and in 2021 they sold 4,000 units of the Nexon EV, which is the highest number of EV sold in the Indian market as compared to any other brand. The Tata Nexon EV currently starts at 14.29 lakhs. It houses a battery of 30.2 kilowatt hour with an effective combined average of 300 kilometers. And if that's less, Tata is already working on a long range variant which is going to be much more efficient and will have a larger battery pack. Road trips are a go, gang. The second best selling car in India is the MG ZS EV. MG, when they first came into India, they took the market by storm by introducing the Hector. It was very new, and for a new automobile manufacturer, it was a good wave that they rode in. This was the same wave that they took advantage of, and they introduced the MG ZS EV in 2020. The car was very different, it looked very neat, and that's one of the reasons why by December 2021, they had sold 2,000 units of the MG ZS EV. Yes, 2,000 MG ZS EVs is just half the number of Nexon EVs that were sold. But for a new player to just come into India and establish themselves, this is a very good achievement. The MG ZS EV is currently selling for 21.49 lakhs. It has a battery capacity of 44.5 kilowatt hour and a combined average of 400 kilometers on a single charge. Now, MG is already introducing or in works to introduce the new facelifted variant of the ZS EV. And the leaked images suggest that the car is definitely receiving a nice revamped look overall. The next best-selling car in India is the Tigor EV. That's the one that we're driving right now. The Tigor EV was introduced only 5 months ago, but in spite of that, by December 2021, they had sold 1,200 units of this very car. And that's an impressive number coming off from a car which has only been in market for just about 5 months. Now, Tata has been extremely smart about how they've done this. They have taken an existing Tigor, taken out the engine, taken out everything that is not essential for an EV vehicle, installed a battery, installed a motor, and put the vehicle out there. This is exactly how sustainability should work, and Tata is improving on the already existing technology to adapt and improve the future ahead. Good work, Tata. The Tata Tigor EV sells at 11.99 lakhs, has a battery capacity of 26 kilowatt hours, and still delivers 300 kilometers as a combined driving range on a single charge, which is similar to that of the Nexon EV. But you also have to factor in that the Tigor EV is much more lighter and much more aerodynamic as compared to the Nexon EV. That's the reason why, even with a smaller battery pack, it's able to deliver 300 kilometers of drivable range. The fourth best-selling car in India is the Hyundai Kona. It was a very different looking car when it was launched in 2019. It was nothing we had ever seen before. Hyundai had developed a separate platform to develop this car. There was nothing even in Hyundai's portfolio that looked closely or resembled anything like the Kona did, but that was back in 2019. The Kona is the fourth best-selling car on our list. It's probably because of its higher price point. It's currently priced at 23.97 lakhs, but houses a larger battery of 39.2 kilowatt hour, which gives it an effective range of 452 kilometers, which is unmatched by any of the three cars mentioned before. And Hyundai too is also prepping up to launch an updated version of the Hyundai Kona. We've spoken about some leading car brands with respect to the number of units that they sell in India, but there is also this niche luxury EV segment. Let's start off that segment by talking about Mercedes. Mercedes sells the EQC at 1.06 CR. But the car does come with a 80 kilowatt hour battery and a drivable range of 361 kilometers. That's quite a good number, especially with the kind of luxury that you'll travel and on an EV car. They also plan to launch the EQS this year, and they will also start the local production of the EQC in India very soon. So now the EQC, which is currently priced at 1.06 CR, will cost even less once it is locally produced. Audi, on the other hand, has two EV cars available in India. The first one is the Audi e-tron and the second one is the Audi e-tron GT. The Audi e-tron is currently selling at 1 CR, has a battery capacity of 95 kilowatt hour and a driving range of 360 kilometers. The Audi e-tron GT is priced slightly higher than the e-tron. It's priced at 1.79 CR, has a battery capacity of 93.4 kilowatt hour and a driving range of 397 kilometers. If that's not impressive, I don't know what is. BMW has launched their first EV car in India, which is called the BMW iX. It's a beautiful looking car. It was sold out in the first few days of its launch. It's priced at 1.15 CR, has a battery capacity of 76.6 kilowatt hour and a driving range of 372 kilometers. Jaguar too has an EV car offering in India. It's called the Jaguar iPace. It's currently selling at 1.08 CR, has a battery capacity of 90 kilowatt hour and a driving range of 394 kilometers on a single charge. These are some of the top EV brands in India. In the next episode, let's discuss the different EV bike manufacturers that you have in India. It's a huge segment and it's going to play an important role in the development of the EV infrastructure and the ecosystem in India. This is Aurelius signing off for Mashable India. For more such updates on India's EV revolution, stay tuned to Mashable India. And if there's anything in particular you guys would like us to cover under the EV umbrella, do leave us a comment.